Dalton England running P2 right here alongside, right behind the tire tracks of our new leader, Cody Keller. Lap number 34.65, just past halfway here at Auto Club. Thanks for tuning in to Turn 1, Sim 500, Sunday Night Thunder. Right here at Auto Club. As you see, Dalton England's going to drive it deep underneath our leader. New leader, Dalton England, coming down the backstretch. These drivers have about, what do we want to call it? We'll call it about 20 laps of green flag action on these Goodyears and looking for a change. Some of them been driving these tires pretty aggressively, while others have maybe been in a little bit of a conservation mode as we see EJ O'Rourke start to slide back. O'Rourke now on his way to the top, on his way outside of the top 10. Ooh, excuse me, outside of the top 10. Dalton England, and that's going to be Byron Daly on the bottom, looking to try to make something happen as he drives off into turn 1. He's going to dive to the bottom hard, try to drive off into the corner, make it stick. But England's going to be right there and not going to let that pass get complete. Up front now, Byron Daly squeezing by our leader. Squeezing back by our leader here. Third lead change in about 5 laps here at Auto Club. I told you at the top of the broadcast you weren't going to want to miss this one. Auto Club is always good for a great show, and you're seeing that come to fruition here tonight. Looking at lap times, a 41.31 to a 41.31 was the best Byron Daly's put out this entire race now. Last time by 43.24, so 2 seconds a lap slower than they were on those fresh Goodyears. Still, most of these drivers have at least a full set, if not, or they at least have 2 full sets in the pits, waiting for them to come down and reclaim those. We'll have to probably see one more pit stop out of most of these drivers. Everybody elected to come down on lap number 13 when that caution came out. So I don't believe the rest of this field can make it on fuel. So we will see others have to come down here probably in the next 10 to 15 laps. We'll see some green flag pit stops happen. And really, it depends on a strategy call here, what you want to do. Daly out front right now in a little bit of a cruise control moment. Doesn't have a whole lot of pressure. Cody Keller's riding about 8 truck lengths back. Dalton England sitting P3. Tyler Dalton was able to work his way through the traffic after the pit stops. Currently sitting 4th, and Mike Kelly P5. But if you're Tyler Dalton, Mike Kelly, maybe Chad Coleman, Jose Gonzalez, a couple of these guys, do you come down early and maybe try to take advantage of an early tire call here? Get a couple laps under your belt for some new Goodyears. And I think somebody heard me mentioning it. That's going to be Mike Kelly coming down pit road. This is going to kick off green flag pit stops. Now, Kelly's going to come out, and he's going to be about 2 seconds a lap faster than everybody on those older tires. You've got to make it count, and oh, by the way, you still have 25 laps in the race, so you've got to cycle through all these tires. You've got to cycle through the whole race left remaining to go here, so something to pay close attention to. You don't want to come in too early, but You also want to try to gain as much of an advantage as you can. Oh, by the way, the longer these folks stay out, the longer they're going to have on those fresher tires, and you're going to be burning up the good on your new ones. Another truck coming down pit road. That's Nelson Rivera, Joe Hudson. Both those drivers down pit road. Again, green flag stops underway as Daly continues to lead. Cody Keller, no pressure out back. 5 to 8 truck lengths back as we see Mike Kelly motor by. He's going to try to unlap himself here. Watch this. A little slow down the backstretch. Well, not slow, but certainly not as fast as you would expect. But watch the bottom here. He's going to rip around these guys. Drive by them like they're sitting still. That is what new tires will do for you here at Auto Club. And we've got more pit stops happening. Tyler Dalton's going to head down pit road. He's going to be joined by Anthony Calatoni, Joey Gattina, Jimmy Coleman, Lane Phillips, James Durr coming down pit road. Green flag stops firmly in effect here for the Sim 500 group. 24 laps remaining. Some of these drivers that came down a lap ago going to start blending in here. Well, they're going to quickly drive by. Now, if you're Byron Daly, you know you cannot sit out here too much longer, especially with the 19 truck and a couple others having tires. As we see Jose Gonzalez going to come down pit road, that's going to bring Stephen Miles with him. They're also going to be joined by Dan Denayer and Barry Stevens, Bill Schoonover. Those drivers coming down pit road. Quickly cycling through green flag stops here at Auto Club. As we see Tyler Dalton catching up with our leader. You see him on the inside there as a couple trucks alongside Cody Keller. They're going to easily squeeze by Keller here, and maybe we're seeing Daly get ready to come down. He's on the bottom of the racetrack. Our leader coming to pit road for tires and fuel. A little bit of a wiggle, gets it slowed down. That's going to bring down Cody Keller, EJ O'Rourke, Scott Simley all heading down pit road. So, once this pit sequence works through, Dalton England, Chad Coleman out front right now have not come down, but Mike Kelly is going to be out front, Nelson Rivera and Joe Hudson. That's about a 2-second gap behind those drivers. We'll see how this all works through as we see Dalton England, Chad Coleman in the throes of traffic here, rolling into turn number 3, and I think they're getting ready to come down. Oh, no, maybe not. Dalton England looked like he was. There he is. He's going to come down now. England's going to come down pit road. He's got to get that truck slowed down before he gets there. England on pit road. Scott Simley is with him. EJ O'Rourke and a couple others getting ready to blend off. In the meantime, that's going to leave Chad Coleman, the last truck, to not take tires this sequence. Now let's talk about tire difference and what those few crucial laps did. Right now, Mike Kelly, he came down pit road lap number 39. He's going to cycle out our leader once Coleman comes down pit road. Remember, Byron Daly was our leader before these stops started to cycle through, right? Mr. Daly right now is currently sitting 8th. Some 4 seconds a lap behind Mike Kelly right now. We'll see how this all shakes out in terms of tire strategy. Currently, Kelly out front. A good gap. Actually, no, it's going to be way more than 4 seconds. I apologize about that. My timing not show it correctly there, but either way, it is going to be a significant gap on back with Kelly out front. And now we see Coleman going to leave pit road, the last truck to come down. So Tyler Dalton's P2 right now, sitting 3 seconds back behind our leader. Byron Daly. Oh, Calatoni sideways. Big event there for Calatoni, and he's going to lose a ton of spots. So taking a look here, it looks like Byron Daly is going to be about 5.5 seconds behind our leader. Lap times running just about 0.4 faster than our leader. So Mike Kelly, he's going to have to hang on here if he wants any chance of victory lane here tonight. 19 laps remaining, and by the way, the 6 truck is, or the 06 is on the move. Out front, free and clear is Mike Kelly, but still, he's going to have some drivers in hot pursuit behind him. Last time by, Kelly ran a 41.95. Drivers, Byron Daly ran a 41.39. That just shows you the 4-lap difference in tires. Kelly in full cruise control here. He wants a caution to come out so that everybody has to pit through one more time, maybe take that last set of Goodyears. And he had the track position for a 15-lap sprint. That's what's going through the head of that driver, the 53, while Tyler Dalton continues to run him down. Now, I will tell you, Byron Daly has been faster than Dalton last 3 laps by. But Dalton's not going to let him just squeeze by him. Tyler knows that this is a race for the win right here that he's battling our leader for, or battling our leader prior to the stops for. He knows that this is going to be who's going to bring home the checkered flag here if this thing stays green. He's going to let him slide by. Tyler Dalton settling into third. It looks like Cody Keller is going to move into third and put Dalton back in fourth. Maybe not the speed in the 19 truck as he would like here. Now, that's going to put in hot pursuit Byron Daly in that 06 truck. 2.6 seconds back. Now on the very much in the rear view of the driver of the the 53 of Kelly here. What can Mike Kelly do to try to hang on to the lead here with 16 to go? That lead now down to 2.3. Really not a whole lot of racing elsewhere on track. Everything's kind of balanced out. This run right here, this is for a top 10 spot. That's Joe Hudson, Charles Van Schaik. Haven't talked to him in a hot minute. It'd be good to see him have a strong run. He was involved in that caution earlier tonight on lap 13. EJ O'Rourke sitting 11th back here. Scott Simley, Joey Katina, Chad Coleman, a couple others. But all eyes are going to be on what this lead looks like, as that gap now is down to an even 2 seconds. Currently, at this pace, Byron Daly is running down our leader every 4/10 a lap. So really, he just needs about 6 laps to get there and get the pass done. And there's 14 remaining. Back behind him, though, Cody Keller is to the bumper of the 06. This may get interesting. Does this slow down their ability to catch Mike Kelly just a little bit? Do they battle it out for P2? Keller right to the bumper here, all the way through the corner. Of Byron Daly. What is this going to materialize to? This could be a bit of a fight here for P2. It depends on if Keller wants to push the issue, or does he want to ride in the tire tracks? Up, make the pass on the leader, then maybe battle it out. Staying right there to the tailgate of that 06 is the 69. Both those drivers continue to run down our leader. That gap now, 1 second, and closing. We're not talking about tenths now. We're getting there to talk about truck lengths. As it looks like Mike Kelly may have had a really bad turn 1. A little bit of a rough turn 1. We see Daly really riding it high on the outside, keeping the RPMs in the truck. But Mike Kelly in a little bit of a trouble. This is going to show in the lap times. A 42.89 to a 42.38. 0.5 a second faster than our leader. Daly is almost there with 12 laps to go. In the meantime, Stephen Miles, he's worked his way up here to the top 3 for the first time tonight. Top 3, top 4. What is he going to try to shake loose at the end of this thing? Currently sitting 3rd. Last time by, Miles was the fastest truck in the top 5. That lead all but gone now. Kelly in trouble. Byron Daly behind him, a truck length. He's going to drive right to the tailgate. Daly's going to get the high line he wants. Kelly's going to try to move down a little bit. And Byron Daly's going to make the pass off of turn 1. New leader Byron Daly with 11 laps to go. He's going to bring Keller with him. And by the way, here comes Stephen Miles. Hot pursuit of this whole group, this whole gaggle of trucks. He wanted to see Kelly hold them up a little bit. Unfortunately, did not happen, but now Miles right there back to the bumper of Keller. A battle for the top 3 as we come across the stripe. 10 laps remaining here at Auto Club for Sunday Night Thunder and the Sim 500 team. We talked about Keller riding in the tire tracks of Daly for several laps there as they ran down the leader. Now Keller took it to the bottom of 3 and 4. Slide job across the nose of Daly. Daly's going to move down, switch him up. And by the way, Stephen Miles has taken P3. 9 laps to go. Can Miles get up there and shake it loose with the leaders? A little bit of a swap back and forth for that position at the other end of the racetrack as they roll through one single file. See if Keller decides to do it again. He's going to run about a lane lower. In the meantime, though, Daly has got that outside lane against the wall sorted out. Looking very quick. Lap times last time by. Miles still running about a 10th faster than our leader. He's going to look to the inside here of Keller, but not going to have that spot. But he's going to bring him right to the tailgate. He's going to be there down the backstretch and off into turn 3. In the meantime, Mike Kelly, you see him in the camera view there, just a little further back, battling it off Tyler Dalton, EJ O'Rourke. I'm sorry, that's not EJ O'Rourke, that's Dalton England. As Mike Kelly is holding on for a top 5. Miles nearly could have shut the door there on the 69, did not do so. Could have made that a little interesting. In the meantime, Byron Daly up front. He started to gap this P2 group here. 0.4 of a second and growing. In the meantime, Miles is going to slide underneath the 69. He's going to take the air off the 69, trying to complete the pass. I think Keller had to back off a little bit there because he certainly could have done something to switch it up down the backstretch. Maybe a little bit of a late move. Stephen Miles up to P2. As they come across the stripe, 6 to go. Obviously, Miles had to complete that pass last time by. But now that he's got it completed, does he start putting lap times down faster than our leader? He's got a little bit of time to get it done. That gap up front, only about 0.4. We've seen him run 0.2 faster than our leader, but is it going to be enough to materialize, or has he used up those good years? In the meantime, as well, up front, Byron Daly's going to have to fight a little bit of lap traffic before it's all said and done here as they come across the stripe. 5 to go. So Miles was a 10th faster that last time through. Not going to be quite enough. You've got to be able to get there and complete the pass before it's all said and done in the 24 truck. Got a little bit of speed, but it may be just a little late. And it's Byron Daly holding on to enough rubber to hang on to that spot. We're going to find out here as this race at Auto Club for the Sim 500 group in the closing laps here on turn 1. No visually distinguishable gain there as they come across the stripe. Your leader, a 43.08. Miles ran a 43.02. Not going to be enough. Miles diving it deep down into turn 1, all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. Byron Daly always up against that wall. Daly just needs to have 4 errorless laps. You got to give it your best here. Can't slip up. You need to hit your marks. Stephen Miles is going to shallow up that dive in this time, last time by. But still, I don't think it's going to be much of a difference in lap times. Your leader ran a 43.18. Miles actually slowing up, a 43.15. Didn't hardly gain about 3/100ths that time by. 3 laps to go. That is the closest they've looked off of turn 2, though. But down here is where it's going to matter. Down in 3 and 4. Miles has not been as strong. Daly runs up against the wall. But Miles closes at that time. Oh, he's going to make contact with the wall. If he didn't, that was close. I'm almost certain he did. 2 to go. Yeah, I'm almost certain he did there. That lap time certainly fell off a little bit. Pushing it hard there on the 24. But the 06 out front has been running high. Both on either end of the racetrack here tonight, making it look easy. Motored his way through pit stops since that caution. On lap 13, has been riding the high line. Byron Daly needs to get around one more time. White flag is out here at Auto Club. Daly cruises through 1 and 2. Just needs to have a smooth corner. Stephen Miles, not gonna be there. Even if Miles dives it into the corner, there's no way he's gonna catch him. Byron Daly, right back into the tire tracks like he's done it time and time again. Byron Daly in the 06 Chevy Silverado brings him down the front stretch one more time. The Sim 500 group congratulates Byron Daly on the victory. Daly with an incredible drive through the field here, bringing home the checkered flag at Auto Club. Stephen Miles, P2. Cody Keller, P3. Tyler Dalton had a decent recovery after falling back through the field, P4. And rounding out your top 5 is Dalton England. We're going to step aside here for just a moment, bring you some post-race coverage right here. You're watching Turn 1. A great night here at Auto Club, ending in P2 for Stephen Miles. Stephen, congratulations. What a run there towards the end. Looked like you had a pretty fast truck. And did you hit a little early there? What was going on in the 24 there, the last 20 laps or so?
Man, I had to dig myself out of the hole there. I think I was in that one caution and had got like 50 seconds worth of damage on my right front. So it was kind of a hole I had to dig myself out of. And when it came to green flag pit stops, I was just trying to make up the most runs I possibly can and pit, not too early or not too late. I wanted to be right there in the middle. I think that's what we did. And right there to the end, I was catching them on the bottom, and I haven't really ran the outside that much. But the one time when I did it with like 2 to go, man, I got aero tight and tapped the wall, and that pretty much did us in right there. But I wonder if I ain't had that damage, what I could have did with them. But all in all, man, I just wanted a good points race, and I love this track. Wish they didn't tear it down, but it was overall a good day today.
It very much so was, Stephen, and we were talking during the broadcast how really you could race multiple lines here. It looked like you kind of favored the bottom quite a bit here. Was that the best place from a handling perspective, a speed perspective, or just driver preference?
I set my car up to be on the bottom because I know once you get so many laps on here, most people want to use the outside to pass, but when it gets to the nitty gritty, man, the outside, everybody's going to be up there, so you want to do the opposite of what the competition's going to do, and I set it up to just be on the bottom. I think me and Joey was running the high side when we got in that little caution. We had to make some ground up. I think we made like 10 spots up quickly. So, yeah, I think it was just driver preference and just the way I just planned my race tonight.
Well, Stephen Miles bringing home P2 tonight. Congratulations on the finish, sir. Good points tonight for 24.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And with that, we will get ready to wrap up some race coverage here as we also wait for our leader to hit the broadcast. I want to talk to Byron Daly, see what he's got to say for himself. That's Truck, the 06 machine, had a really strong night up front. We saw him kind of drive through the field there about midway, and then really get moving up front here. Again, really exciting racing here with the Sim 500 group. Sim500.com. If you want to join this group of individuals, Sunday Night Thunder, they've got a ton of other races throughout the week as well. This is not Sim 500, my experience, first time with the Sim 500 group. We've been with them in some form or fashion for years broadcasting, and really happy to see them continue to flourish. Tomorrow night, we head back over to the Super Speedway side of things on Turn 1. American Sim Racing Tour comes back to Turn 1. Last week, I didn't have much of a voice, or at least during the early part of the week. They did not get their just dues there on Super Speedway action, but we return next week, the same time, same channel, right here on Turn 1 for some Super Speedway action. American Sim Racing Tour right here on Turn 1. Going to give Byron Daly another moment here and see if he can get that truck out of victory lane or get that truck on over to victory lane. See if we could talk with them before we wrap it up. Also looking for Cody Keller if he could come join us. Well, it looks like we are not going to have our leader this week. We'll go ahead and wrap up the broadcast here tonight. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in wherever your favorite consumption of broadcast is, on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube. We appreciate it. On behalf of the league admins and the Sim 500 group as a whole, I'm Sean Fitz. Appreciate you being here. Tomorrow night again, the American Sim Racing Tour right here, Turn 1, 9 Eastern, 8 Central. Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. We will be live. Until tomorrow night, have a great evening, everybody, and we'll see you really soon. Bye-bye now.